Judge ready? Opponent ready?
Yes.
Awesome. Good afternoon, or good evening, technically. I'm going to go ahead and thank my judge for being here and thank my opponent for being here. Without you guys, there would be no debate. With that, I'm going to go ahead and repeat the resolution. Destiny's Child is better than TLC. Destiny's Child being the R&B girl group, and TLC being the also R&B girl group as well. With that, I'm going to go ahead and start off with my contentions, and then go ahead and provide you with some sub-points. My first contention is, can you pay my telephone bills? Who can pay your telephone bills? Destiny's Child can pay your telephone bills. They have their net income, their net worth is way more than TLC's. They have been producing, they produce more music. They have produced more music and more songs than TLC has produced in their whole being. And then my second contention is resiliency at its finest. Being Destiny's Child, they lost so many members, or they went through so many group members, but they still pushed through, and they still shined, and they still became, the hottest girl group, one of the hottest girl groups, definitely higher than TLC. One of the hottest R&B female groups. TLC, they started off with 3 females, but one died in a tragic accident. But they kind of slowed down. They didn't really produce much music after she died. Whereas Destiny's Child, they've gone from 5 members all the way down to 3 members. And those 3 members, they have still continued to put out hit after hit, song after song. And with that, Destiny's Child is better than TLC, and I stand down for cross-examination.
My judge ready? My opponent?
Yes.
Alrighty, 1 minute on the clock for cross-examination. So, when you define Destiny's Child is better than TLC, which members are you necessarily talking about? Which group are we comparing TLC to Destiny's Child?
Well, Destiny's Child has been one group. They haven't had a single or another name change. They've always been Destiny's Child.
Okay, but which members are you referring to that's better than TLC is what I'm asking you.
All of Destiny's Child's members.
All 8?
All 8. You can have all 8, yes.
Okay.
As Destiny's Child.
Okay.
There you are.
And just to reiterate, you said that your first contention is, can you pay my telephone bills?
Yes.
And number 2 is resentfulness?
Resiliency at its finest.
Resilient, okay. Thank you. No further questions. Is my judge ready? My opponent?
Yes.
Alright, let's go ahead. 4 minutes on the clock. Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine. I also want to thank my opponent for being here today. It's been great debating, great discussion. My judge for being here and taking attentive notes. I'll go ahead and start with the resolution. So I'm -2. Destiny's Child is better than TLC because TLC is way better. And I'm going to go ahead and refute my opponent's contentions and then go ahead and give you mine. So my opponent states, can you pay my telephone bills? And, as our first contention, saying that Destiny's Child can. But we can argue that TLC and Destiny's Child both can because they were both successful R&B group members who not only produced a lot of music, but they also went on tours, and they were impactful. And that is going to go with my first contention, which is originality. They were the original. They set the stage and the foundation for Destiny's Child. Without TLC, Destiny's Child would not be nothing. It would be nothing. She talks about what was the word you said?
Resiliency.
Resiliency. Okay, yes. I wasn't really sure where she was going with that, but what my thing is, she says that they went through so many group members, but I would consider that inconsistency, and that's not necessarily a group that we want to look up to say that they are better. Because even after TLC lost one of their members, they still pushed forward and tried to produce music and go on tours in honor of their lost member. Versus Destiny's Child, if you weren't that it girl at the time, people weren't feeling your voice. We've seen how the voice changes, and Beyonce per se is the egoist in the group, how her persona is that it girl. So if you did not be at the standard of Beyonce, they kicked you out the group. So why would we want some inconsistency, unstable group to be better than TLC? That's just out of there. even like I said, even without the music, even without the member, they still produced music. Nothing stopped them. And you know, obviously, it was unfortunate that they lost their member, but they still pushed forward. So again, originality. They were the first to ever. So how can we say that the secondary is better than the primary? When we look at notes and we try to get our sources for our papers, we're not looking at secondary sources. The professor that's grading your paper would rather you have primary sources. That's where they first came from, and that's the ideal foundation for that. So with that, I stand down because Destiny's Child is not better than TLC.
All right. Judge ready? Opponent ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's start this cross-examination. My first question is, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to repeat your contentions for me.
Originality.
Okay, that's just the only one you have? Mm-hmm. Awesome, okay. And also, did TLC have a main girl or have that it girl, that egoist?
No, they don't need that. All three girls were talented enough to where they didn't have to have an egoist. They all portrayed themselves to be an individual that everyone seemed to
like.
like.
As for time, I'm going to go ahead and go into our next question.
Okay, thank you.
Did they take a break? Did they ever stop producing music?
I believe both groups did.
Okay, and you said the TLC was the first group.
Originality.
Okay, and that's all the questions I have for today.
Thank you.
Okay, Judge ready? Opponent ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and refute my opponent's contention, her originality claim. Well, there were before Destiny's Child, but they cannot control that because they were born at a different time. So you cannot control who is first. So they were already there. So they already had that jump shot on Destiny's Child, who were not there. So they could go ahead and create that group and be those starters for them. And Beyonce, there's no saying or there's no stamp saying that Beyonce is the egoist, Beyonce is the main girl. She said that she was a lead vocalist, but also Kelly Rowland said that she was a lead vocalist as well. Who are we to, there is no fact saying that Beyonce is the egoist and that she is the main leader. That's just a personal opinion. And they were not the first ever group. There were other groups before Salt and Pepper. They came before TLC. Diana Ross group, she was there. Ikettes, Turnerettes, those people were there. They were also, they can be considered a girl group as well. Bunch of ladies who came before TLC. So that definitely refutes my opponent's case. Now I'm going to go ahead and restate my contentions. My first contention is, can you pay my telephone bills? So who is better to pay those telephone bills? Destiny's Child, because they have continued to put out more music than TLC. So they're creating more revenue. So they can continue to pay those bills longer than TLC, providing that they are better than TLC. And then my second contention was resiliency at its finest. Because they went through so many, or because they dropped through so many members, we don't necessarily know exactly what happened to these members. They could be someone, the group couldn't work together, or someone had a family emergency, or someone had a problem where they could no longer work in the group, or their manager, which we have seen. So that's not their personal problem. That is, as a group, Destiny's Child, they have went through so many adversity, and so many people, like Beyonce and Kelly, they are consistent. They have been in that group. So they have seen through things. They have seen the many ups and downs and the many adversities. So they can push, showing you that resiliency. Better than TLC when they took a pause and they stopped after their member, well, not after the member passed, but they took a break. And we still haven't heard any music really from them. Whereas Beyonce and Kelly Rowland both have continued to put out new music now, even not being in Destiny's Child, which still proves that resiliency at its finest, that second contention. And yes, with that I stand down.
Is my judge ready? My opponent? Alrighty, so 2 minutes on the clock. I'm going to go ahead and thank you, Judge, for being here. Opponent, that was a great discussion. I'm going to go ahead and give you some key voters. Why you should vote for the affirmative, for the negative, and refute Well, I'll refute and then give you some key voters. So my opponent definitely agreed to my originality statement, and she constantly brings up the Beyonce and Kelly Rowland, but we're talking about Destiny's Child as a whole. We're not talking about Kelly Rowland and Beyonce, what they did after the fact. So that second contention that she has just needs to be dropped because it doesn't give enough weight to what the resolution is, which is Destiny's Child is better than TLC. Beyonce, for when she said that, you know, TLC had a more head start than than Destiny's Child, I would argue that that's not true because Beyonce had a girl group, but she was younger. They went on different shows and tried to compete with different other groups, not just R&B, smaller girls, but through a lot of different other groups who did that, and they could have did that. Kelly Rowland and Michelle were all there with her, so they could have definitely had a way more head start than TLC, but they chose not to. I also want to point out that it is known and it's common sense that Beyonce is an egoist. We see it from her, you know, album B-Day and the other albums where, you know, I'm a diva, you know, that already shows you right there that she has been an egoist since day one, and that's what her parents trained her to do. My opponent also brings up the fact that, you know, other girl groups before TLC, which dropped, you know, supposedly drops my originality point. But we're, again, talking about Destiny's Child and TLC. These are the groups that we're comparing. But if my opponent wants to bring up these other groups, we can go ahead and say that Salt-N-Pepa was better than Destiny's Child. We can go ahead and say that Diana Ross and her group was better. We can say all these people before TLC was better than Destiny's Child. Regardless, Destiny's Child is not better than any other group that came before them. And also, she keeps claiming about these two members that are still here, you know, Beyonce and Kelly Rowland. But again, these are 2 members out of 5 that we're talking about. We're talking about the group as a whole. So my opponent's argument does not have any type of weight. And thank you, Judge. Again, opponent, that was a great argument, debate. Yeah, have a great day.
Judge ready? Opponent ready? Yes. All right. Judge, I'm going to go ahead and get started because I only have 1 minute on the clock. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and refute some of my opponent's contention again and refute some of the things that she said. She's been talking about that my case did not, or that I didn't refute her originality case. But it did. It does. But it does. And my opponent brings up these Beyonce singles and Beyonce. We're not talking about Beyonce singly. We're talking about Destiny's Child as a whole. So my opponent, she continues to say that we're not talking about, you know, Kelly and Beyonce. So let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to this. Destiny's Child is better than TLC. And so with that, they have produced more songs and they are more resilient. They have been through all these. They've been through all these members and they continue to push through and they continue to push out these songs. Whereas TLC, we have not seen them or have heard a new song from them by Girl Talk. And Girl Talk was like 2012 or something like that. But I also want to say my opponent, she does not have any evidence for, my opponent does not have any evidence for,
Bitch, you didn't either. The fuck? I can't edit that out. I will try. I was chopping. Continue.
Yes, Beyonce, yes. Destiny's Child is better than TLC because they can produce more money and they have produced more songs and they are resilient and we want resilience and I hope you vote for